Marcus trying to be Defensive Player of the Year, stealing rebounds, and it just I'm doing my own thing. I'm being me. Not really. I'm with the team, but I'm not like there'd be stuff going on in the locker room that I wouldn't know that was going on for weeks. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? Like I do my own thing. I sit in my own. I had 2 lockers. I had both lockers. Couldn't nobody sit next to me. Like so, I was stuck in my ways. But showed up and worked my ass off every day. Got better. Then injuries started coming. You know, I started having knee problems. You know what I'm saying? Having knee problems. Year 3 or 4 in Denver. Then I had to get microfracture surgery.
And that was the beginning of it, huh?
Yeah, that was the beginning of it. So get microfracture surgery. Come back the next year. The team doctor did the surgery, botched my shit basically. So I was told me back I was healthy after 5 months. So I'm back. I got my surgery in May. I'm back on the court in October trying to play.
And you shouldn't have been.
Hell no. Like no way feasible I should have been trying to play. So I'm overcompensating.
Right.
So I'm about to basically play. I played 56 games. I'm about to like trying to fight through it, doing shit, taking fucking shots, pills, all kind of shit to play. Next year I come back, feeling good, training camp, all that. Come back, play the first 2 games. My right knee started bothering.
Because of the overcompensation.
I got to get microfracture surgery now on my right knee after 2 games. So I missed that season. Rehabbing still. Rehabbing from that microfracture surgery. I'm like, all right, left knee was still bothering me. So I go get my left knee scoped. While I'm rehabbing my right knee, I go get my left knee scoped. So I'm rehabbing both knees at the same time. Like, people don't know none of this.
Right.
Like, people don't know, like. So I do that, come back the next year. I'm many restrictions. They trying different braces. I'm different doctors. There's all kind of stuff going on. I'm playing, so we doing okay. I'm frustrated. I ain't playing like I need to be playing because I'm fighting this shit going on my knees and all that. So now I'm dealing with tendonitis in my left knee. Been dealing with it, but now it's chronic.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go get my patella repaired now.
Jesus, you just sound like a walking doctor's book now. Like
yeah,
I'm
fighting through all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't missed the game here, missed the game, but I'm still trying to fight through it. So I got to get my patella repaired. The doctor, like, son, there's no way you should have been playing basketball. Like, with your knee the way it was, like, you shouldn't have, like you. The doctor said his exact words, son, you something kind of tough. Like, so fight through that, all that. Me and George beefing because I'm out there trying to fight through this shit. We win, we make the playoffs and all that. Me and him beefing. So then me and him have a blow up. Like right before the playoffs start, my knee was bothering me a little bit. Tell him to sit out a few games, get ready for the playoffs. Me and him agree. I come back for the playoffs. He started Francisco Elson in my spot. I don't like it. We lose. We're playing the Clippers. So that's how bad it was. We went out division, but we on the road for the first 2 games.
Mm-hmm. And that's Elton Brand Clippers, right?
Yeah, I think so. So we lose game 1. I go to him game 2. Same situation. I'm going to start Francisco again. I'm hot. As long as I play my minutes, okay, game start, we down, put me in with like 3 and some change to go in the first quarter, take me out. Like 9 and some change to go in the second quarter. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go back in. Time going down, I don't go back in. He told Buck to go get Eddie. Eddie played the 4, Buck a 2 guard. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? So by that time, looking up at the clock and shit, like, win the game 2, playoffs. You know, I didn't make my money in the playoffs. Like, that's when I show up. So 5, 4, 3. I get up, I go to the locker room. So in the way the Staples Center set up, the coaches meet in the hallway, but then they come in the locker room, do their little spiel. So I wait till all the players, everybody come in. I wait till the coaches in their little meeting in the hallway. I get up and I go in the hall. And I let George ass have it. Like, I put my hand in his face, threatening, you fat motherfucker, I kick your ass. And like, I'm living, I'm crying, like everything. Like, I want to hit him. Like, but I know I can't.
So that's about the only thing you didn't do is hit him.
Yeah. Like, if Latrell, I tell this people this shit all the time. My wife thinks it's the funniest shit in the world. If Sprewell never choked PJ Carlissimo,
you the choke call?
No, I would have beat George. I would have beat George up in that hallway.
But Latrell was literally in your mind when that happened.
In my mind when it happened. Like, when it's going on, because I'm on top of my hand in his face, I'm pointing at him and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
What's he doing?
No, he's just standing there, and the assistant coach stepped back.
No players, no security, nobody?
No. So I go in there, I'm hot, I go back in the locker room. Excuse me. I go back in the locker room, I threaten everybody on the team. You motherfuckers ain't shit, y'all ain't gonna never win shit, y'all a bunch of fucking losers, y'all feel a certain way, say something.
What's your beef with them?
I won't smoke with anybody at this point.
What's your beef with them?
Anybody could get it at that point. Like, I didn't give a fuck. Like, I had checked out.
Got you.
I'm saying, if anybody would have said something, I would have dove on. Listen, it would have been a problem in that bitch.
And nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing.
Anybody would have said anything, it would have been a problem in that motherfucker.
Nobody said nothing.
Like, K-Mo, you need to calm down. Anything, like, bro, you trip. Like, anything of the nature, whatever, I would have, lost it.
So everybody just staring at you?
Just put their head down and shit, whistling dicks in that motherfucker. Like, I ain't saying shit. So I turn my chair around in the locker room. I let they do their talking, all that shit. I'm crying. Got a towel on my head and shit. I'm crying. So Tim Gergich, halftime over, Gerg saying that. Gerg like, come on, kid, I need you. Like, Gerg, like, to this day, I love Gerg to death. Because Gerg was like, son, I can't let you fight the head coach. You can kick my ass, but I can't let you fight the head coach.
You're right.
I'm like, Gerg, I ain't got no problem with you, man, but I want to kick his ass right now. So I'm trying to leave the game at halftime. Like, my man that worked for him at the time, normally, so we get a car service to the games and we go eat after the game and all that. So this particular game, he get a ride with somebody. I'm calling him at halftime. Like, listen, man, you got a car here? Like, wow, what's up? I'm like, you got a car. I'm trying to leave.
At halftime?
Halftime. Uniform on, everything. I'm trying to get out. Serious, no bullshit.
Uh-huh.
So third quarter go, come and go. I don't go out. Halfway through the fourth, I go out there and sit on the bench because Gerg done talked me into going out there. I go out there and sit on the bench. My eyes bloodshot red because I've been in the back crying and shit. So after the fact, we lose game 2. We go home. So they suspend me for the rest of the playoffs.
Mm.
So Kiki Vandeweghe was the GM. George want Kiki to do it.
Yeah. As he should.
Kiki tell him, no, you do it. I'm not suspending him. I fine him if anything, but I'm not suspending him. So George suspended for the rest of the playoffs. We lose game 3. They get lucky game 4, win game 4 at home. I show up, end of year meeting. I walk in the motherfucking locker room. Everybody like, oh shit. I don't say nothing to nobody.
Well, you watch those games at the crib?
Yeah. In and out, you know what I'm saying? I was hoping they fucking got swept. For real.
Uh-huh. Go ahead. So end of year meeting.
I show up. I don't say nothing to nobody. I don't take no end of year physical, like nothing. I show up, take my name tag off the locker, clean the locker out, nigga, everything, nigga, and leave.
This is after what season now? This is after your second year or third year?
No, this is year, like 4 or 5.
Okay.
Year 4.
Yeah.
Maybe year 4.
Uh-huh.
Year 4 or 5. So I'm trying to get out of there by any means necessary. I'm trying to get traded. Like, I'm not going back. Injury history, all this shit, people are attitude, all that. Don't nobody want to take a chance on the kid. So I got to fight this shit out. So I got to stick it out. So before the next season, me and him sit down and talk. I tell them straight like this, man. Listen, you do your job, you coach your team. You don't say nothing to me or about me, and we fine. I ain't gonna give you no hard time. I'm sure I'll do my job and we'll be cool. So we ain't have no problems from that point on. Because anything he did or said, I let his ass have it.
Y'all ain't had no problems, but y'all ain't had no relationship.
No relationship from that point on. I didn't give a fuck neither. You know what I'm saying? Like, I showed up and I did my job. But I hurt myself in a way because I had that fucking attitude. Like, I didn't work on my game at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Only thing I would do is get shots up. That's it.
Gotcha.
Get shots up and lift. Get shots up and lift. Other than that, I wasn't working on nothing because he didn't run no plays for me. So I'm like, what the fuck am I working on my game for?
Now, okay. Well, let's. I would say hypothetical, but it's not hypothetical. You do have a son. If this same situation arises now for your son, for KJ, what would you be telling him?
I ain't had no pops there, nobody that made it, nobody that been in situations. So everything I did, I learned like from college, from high school, college, pros, and beyond. Like I've had on the fly. I'm saying like maybe I could have handled some of the shit better, but he didn't deserve for me to handle it better. You know what I'm saying?
No, listen. I've been
so this man tell me like I said I'm going through major knee problems out there, major shit going on. So in shoot around one day, I'm gonna sit out, like I'm gonna walk through the plays, other teams play, but I'm not finna be running around and doing the actual shoot around part of shoot around. Like I'm gonna walk through the team's plays when it's time to do that, so I'm ready to play for the night. This motherfucker tell me I go now and shoot around and we'll figure the game out. So I lose it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's shit like that. Like, dude, who the fuck you think you're talking to? Like, the games are important. Shoot around not important, bro.
Right.
Another situation. Marcus Camby he out. He leads the league in rebound. I lead the rebounding on the team. We know all that. I go out, we play Cleveland. I had 17 rebounds, which not an easy thing to do in an NBA game.
Gotcha.
He come in the locker room. Eddie had like 11 or 12 rebounds. He come in the locker room. We ain't men. We're not tough. We don't rebound the ball. And look at Marcus like, when you come back, big fella. Once again, like, who the fuck you think you're talking to in here, man? I lose it on him. So next day he come try to talk to me. DJ, so DJ thought I was. This is when I think DJ knew I was nuts. So DJ, under the basket, I'm talking to DJ. George come try to talk to me. I tell him, man, get the fuck away from me, man. I ain't got shit to say to you. Go talk to Marcus. He the only one rebound. DJ looking like. So I go stand over next to Kiki, the GM, at the time. He come over there again trying to talk to him. I'm like, dude, didn't you hear? I guess you think I'm going to change my tone because I'm next to the GM. Dude, didn't you hear what the fuck I just told you, man? I ain't got nothing to say to you. Get the fuck away from me. I'm saying, like, it's like that. Yeah, it's like that, dude. So that was our relationship.
I see.
So he fall out, like something happened during the game, he fall out in his chair, coach do that, fall out, like you make a bad. I went, oh man, I do something in the game and again, fall out in your chair again and see what happens. Straight up. Listen, no respect. Listen, at this point, no respect for dude. None. Because he gets sick and all that shit and people have his back and like, the only reason he kept his job, let's be honest, because he got sick. Let's be blatantly honest about it.
I don't disagree with you.
They didn't want to fire the man after he fighting chemo, going through chemo and all that shit.
Can't fire a man with cancer.
So, all right, cool. He on the hot seat again. What happened? The shit come back. They can't fire him. Right. Won't nobody, the ESPY's about to do the little Jimmy V thing for him. Yeah, don't nobody on the team go. The ESPN asked me to come, I go.
Really?
I don't clap for him or none of that bullshit, but I just go. Okay. So then all the other shit just on top of shit on shit on shit on shit. You know what I'm saying?
My thing with George Karl, I've never been a George Karl fan from before any of these stories, and I've gone DJ. I can't get DJ to say anything bad about him for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know either. But my thing with George Karl is that every time they said you can't lose, he's been the first to do it. Like the first 1 seed to lose to an 8 seed in the playoff, George Karl. The first dream team to ever lose, George Karl. The first team to ever be in first place at the All-Star break and not make the playoffs, George Karl, the coach. It's like anytime you say there's no way this can happen, George Karl is in, and it happens. Like George Karl can find a way to mess it up.
Oh yeah, he'll find how the old saying go. You'll find a way to fuck up a wet dream.
Yeah. So I mean, and now DJ always says that he knows his X's and O's. Do you agree with that?
He knows that part of the game, but like Chauncey called him, he's an offensive coordinator.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Does he know the game yet? That don't mean you're a good coach. That don't mean you know how to motivate men. That don't mean you have a good relationship with your players. That don't mean you know how to treat people. Not just players, but people. You know, like that don't make you a good person because you know X's and O's. Like this man used to start DJ and won't play him in the second half. Start the game and won't play in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got no problem with this dude.
Right. Hey, I'm with you, bro. I agree.
You don't hold him like okay, like I went to bat for you, DJ. Like them people didn't like. I went to people and told them they need to sign you. You don't hold them people fucking okay. They gave you opportunity. They're great, but George, nah. You owe Kroenke and them, and Kiki Vandeweghe and Rex Chapman and them like them the people who, not George.
No, I'm not a George fan. I'm
like,
not a George
but
fan.
So here Chauncey came. Like everything changed. Like I love AI dearly, but we didn't have no structure or nothing before Chauncey got that.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that. But before we get, did you ever think that the Melo AI thing had a chance to work? Do you think that nobody thought that would work on the outside? Did you on the inside think that would
Not in the playoff? No, I didn't. To be honest with you, it was great. It was fun. But we had two of the same guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they got to get their numbers in order. You know what I'm saying? Like they got to.
They got to get their shots.
They got to. And that don't leave room for nobody else, really. You know what I'm saying? Then you bring in JR to the equation. He ain't got no conscience at the time because he falling behind them.
Right.
So I took a back seat.
Yeah, I mean, shit. That's a Corvette right there. That ain't even a back seat in that car.
So I took the back seat to it all. You know what I'm saying? I still averaged double figures. I still did my thing, but and then when Chauncey came, everything changed. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate to see AI go. He was a good dude, good friend, but basketball wise, we had got better.
I mean, Chauncey's just the leader
because he settled things.
Mm-hmm.
Like he settled things. He knew time score situations, who need to get shots, like not letting George keep calling the same fucking plays over and over and over. Sit down, I got this. I'm saying that's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Was he able to help your relationship with Karl at all? Or that was long gone.
I fuck George at this point. Like me and Chauncey was that was my point guard, and I listened to him. I didn't had a decent relationship with a couple of assistant coaches, Scott Brooks, Chad Insky. I had a decent relationship with them. Gerd was there, so me and Gerd was tight. I leaned on Gerd. I leaned on Chauncey. I leaned on those people. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then like 20 years later, this dude decides to write a book.
Yeah.
And you all up in the book. I know you must.
Yeah. Like had he said in the book, I don't like the way Kenyon played the game of basketball, whatever about the game of basketball. Cool. I don't like the way you coach. I think you're a fucking horrible coach. So we even.
Right.
But you take it a step further.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm saying so now you question the way my mom raised me. You question the way, I'm saying I grew up without it. So all that, so you questioning all that. So you're attacking my mom. So now I got to attack you. Because she don't have a voice in this.
Nah, I agree. I mean, I feel like anybody has the right to say they don't like you as a basketball player.
Of course.
You're a basketball player. That's what you do for a living. You got the right to critique somebody for what they do for a living. Now, what their mother did and who they are off the court and whatever the case may be, that's a little out of bounds in my assessment at least. And
so therefore, I went like he used to always, my dad this, my dad, and all that. So I'm like, so my thing was we all knew I didn't have a father growing up. That's why I'm rough around the edges. Like, but what's your reason for being a horrible motherfucking person? You had both parents there. You know what I'm saying? So this was my message when I went on Fox right after the book came out. Like, what's your excuse for being a horrible person?
Have you guys ever crossed paths? Did he ever reach out? Anything?
No, I saw him right before the book came out. I was in Vegas at GERD camp in Vegas, and he was there. Nothing like all in my face, and all that, he and all that shit. But I kept my distance and all that. I kept it professional because it was the environment we was in. There was other coaches, and I was trying to transition and maybe seeing how the coaching thing was going to go. So I ain't show my ass.
But you had no idea this book was coming out and you was
Not at all. Not at all.
And then ever since then, you made your tour and said what you had to say. Did he ever try to reach out to you or nothing?
Nah, because he know better. Like, there's nothing for him to say to me.
And you guys have never crossed paths since then?
Nah. I ain't seen his son or him.
His son? Okay.
His son. If I see his son, if I see his son, I'm gonna cuss his son out for him. And you tell your dad.
The funny thing to me is that he admitted to not being a good son to his father, a good father to his son, though.
You're a fucking horrible person. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who you are at your core. You know what I'm saying? So every chance I get, anybody bring him up, I'm gonna bash him.
I hear you, brother.
That's it, because like I said, I had moved on. I wasn't thinking about fucking George Karl once I left him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then as I leave and I just keep hearing shit like, when I'm with the Knicks, he's still talking about Melo. Still talking about us. Still like, so, dude, shut the fuck up. So every chance I'll get, then, like, man, tell George worry about his team.
Right.
Like,
so then you end up on the Knicks, and there is Melo. This is your second team with Melo. Is there a different Melo between the Knicks and the... Do you think that there's a different Melo? Or is it the same Melo?
Might be worse.
Oh, okay. Really?
Just off the court shit now. Just everything just shoot arounds and like, my God, I love him to death. It's just...
What got worse?
Just him.
In what way? On the court, off the court, everything?
I think off the court stuff just superstardom, I think. You know what I'm saying? Like showing up to shoot around when you want to and coming late and like all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Do you feel like the critique of him and his game is fair? And that he's like a selfish person on the basketball court?
You know what you're getting though. It ain't never like, that's been it.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't like people didn't know that's what he was a volume shooter, volume scorer, like before he got to the league. That's who he was in high school. That's who he was at AAU. That's who he was at Syracuse for the year. That's who Carmelo Anthony is. He needs the ball, he needs to have touches in order to, that's what he is. You know what I'm saying? I don't fault him. That's what he know.
Right.
That's how he know to go in. Like how I know to go in and play hard and do whatever it takes to go in.
He knows how to get up shots.
He knows how to go get a bucket. You know what I'm saying? So, AI was the same way. Michael Jordan, same way when he came in. Kobe was the same way. Like, it's just, that's what they know. You know what I'm saying? It's how to go get a bucket. Like, how can I help us win? I'm not the best defender. I'm not the best passer. What do I do well? I get buckets.
Okay.
Me, I strap up. I play hard. I rebound. I block shots. You can depend on me to do that.
Now, later on in the end of your career there, you start to do the Knicks, the Clippers. You finish with the Bucks. I feel like there's one team in between that I'm missing.
Yeah, no, so it was 1 year with the Clippers, the lockout year. The 2 years with the Knicks, a year and a half, whatever, 2 seasons with the Knicks, and then the following year with the Bucks.
When you were with the Knicks, Jason Kidd was your coach now, right?
No.
He was your coach of the Bucks.
The Bucks. So we made the playoffs. With J. Kidd, so we was with the Knicks. We made the playoffs. The last time the Knicks made the playoffs.
Okay, he was the point guard.
Yeah.
Okay. What was that like when he was your coach? I know you said he wasn't even there that long, but what was that like? Was that weird or not really?
was what it was. I'm saying we had our relationship, but it wasn't. Wasn't hanging out with him and shit like that. It was just I let him be the coach. I let him coach the young guys. You know what I'm saying? I let him. So no, it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like I just needed a job at the time.
Right. Now while you're on that Bucks team, one of the young guys is Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like right now he's as good as it gets in the NBA.
Yeah, he was.
Did you see that game?
No. Skinny kid, fragile, emotionally. Like, he cried on the bench one game. J. Kidd yelled at him. He cried. Like, and I told him, listen, dude, you can't do that, man. You got to go in the back. Hey, bro, listen, ain't no crying out here, man. You got to go in the back with that, bro. Like, I understand you got it, but, dude, not out here.
What was he, probably like 20 years old?
Whatever, yeah, 19, 20, whatever he was then. Yeah, he was a kid still.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you ever see what he is today coming? Did you see that coming?
Nah. I know he had some. I know he was long and athletic. He was skinny then. He was they was feeding him and they used to work his ass to death out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they must have saw something. Like, and he was good then, but I didn't think this was coming.
That dude's a problem right now, bro.
Yeah. Like he's a problem.
He gets to the basket whenever he feels like it, and when he gets there, he's not taking no for an answer neither.
Yeah, nah, man, because he's like. And put on 50 pounds of muscle.
Yeah. He don't look like this. He looked like a Shaq version of a point guard.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, just from the kid I saw that was struggling lifting 135 to this kid now, like, grown man, like he didn't came into his own. So, and he's put the time in.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, I wish I could have been around longer. Because I think I could have helped, like, other guys, not only just him. Just being around and just being honest with him and seeing the game from a different lens, being able to, because they was terrified of J. Kidd.
Really?
Bunch of young guys. You know what I'm saying?
But was he mean or something? What you scared of him?
Just stern. Didn't take no shit from him. Like, like when you running your team and you doing that extra shit, like anything they do, like you running them and you own them about everything. There's no leeway, especially when they're young, they're impressionable. And that's Jason Kidd.
Right.
They're going to do anything they can to please him. You know what I'm saying?
So while they're all running around scared of him, what are you thinking? Like, that's the dude I used to play with?
Yeah, that's fucking J. Kidd. Like that.
Okay. Got you. Makes sense. As he should be.
I ain't calling him coach.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh, no, that's Jay.
That's funny. That's Jay. I like that.
J. Kidd, like, nah.
I got you. So then...
No, it wasn't like, because there ain't no disrespect.
Right.
But, like, we didn't call Woody coach. We called him Woody. Like, I know, like, L. Frank was our coach. We called him L. Frank. L. Like, no, it's just, that's J. Kidd. That's Jay.
Got you.
Like, nah, like, ain't no disrespect, but y'all can call him Coach Kidd. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But not me.
I got you. You play now.
I was just on the team with him 2 years ago.
Right. Exactly. I get you. Now, where do you fall on the Kobe LeBron debate?
As far as if I had to pick a team?
Yeah.
I'm a mentality guy.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're gonna say Kobe?
Mamba mentality.
You need that killer instinct.
Yeah, I'm just. That's just who I am in my core, man. Like LeBron, good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from him. Like I've had this debate on TV and other people. I just don't want people to think that he's hating on LeBron. Like, nah, it ain't that.
Right.
It ain't for me. Like, I ain't a numbers guy.
Now
that's what LeBron is.
Absolutely, and that's what LeBron's fans are.
Astronomical numbers guy. Listen, numbers are great, historically great, but for me, it's.
Now that's.
I need that. I need that killer. I need that dog. I need that. We in this foxhole together. I don't think you gonna turn your back.
Right. Now I get it. I definitely get it. The role of the big man. The game has changed like drastically since you were in the game, which was only like 4 years ago. But I'm watching the guys like DeMarcus Cousins, who 4 years ago would have been the last big man standing, and he's spending half of his game at a 3-point line now. Brook Lopez, everybody who used to even bang down low, everybody's at the 3-point line now. How do you feel about that as a former big man?
It's part of it, man. I remember one season in Denver, I shot a bunch of fucking threes like that I shouldn't. Like, what are you out here doing? Because that's what George telling you to do. Like that, dude. What? Like, but I worked on it. You know what I'm saying? So,
did you feel stupid out there? Did you not like it? Did you feel like you feel stupid or like lost out there? Like, what? Like you said, why am I even out here? What am I doing at the 3-point line?
At times, you know what I'm saying, you drifted to the perimeter to get a shot. Like, that ain't never been me, but you adjust. So, with that said, you gotta, as a big man now, you gotta adjust. Like, just take a guy like Kenyon Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Got paid in Denver.
Yeah.
That year he got paid, the game changed. He ain't effective no more. Couldn't even get on the court in Denver.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, it's crazy.
You gotta be able to get better. I'm saying, like, for me, like I said, like, I worked on my game in order. Like, if I had to sit on the perimeter and shoot multiple jump shots now, that's all I would work on. I'm saying, 'cause I wasn't a horrible shooter. Was I the best shooter? No, but I could hold my own if I would put the time in like I needed to, which I would. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's all like the Brook Lopez like now. Like, he's taking step back threes. Like,
yeah, Brook Lopez in the first 6 years of his NBA, in the first 7 years of his NBA career, took a total of seven 3-pointers. Right? A total of 7 3-pointers.
Yeah.
Now he's taking 5 a game.
5. So just you gotta adapt, or they're gonna move on from you. That's why, like some of these other young bigs that's coming in, like the Mo Bambas and the DeAndre Aidens and all that. Okay, that's cool. But if you're not putting up Andre Drummond numbers,
right?
What are you?
Nah, I mean, 3 years ago, Hassan Whiteside, they gave that dude $100 million, and he can't even get on the court right now
because he not putting up Andre Drummond numbers.
Right.
Like, if you out there, motherfucker, 20-20 consistently,
mm-hmm.
you can stick. If you willing to get better, just take DeAndre Jordan. Now, he's shooting 65, 66% from the free throw line right now. He's the 4th worst all time. You know what I'm saying? So he's put the time. I saw him put the time in, but now it's just not coming out. Is he going to ever shoot threes? Maybe not. But the fact that he's gotten better,
right,
and proving to people that he's gotten better, then he's going to stick. But these other young bigs, good luck.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm saying good luck, because it's unfortunate. Like, I'm looking at, I've been watching some of my old games, and I'm just looking at some of the post play and I be like, times now when certain guys post up now, and I think back to when I used to post up, like, man, it ain't no resistance now.
No.
Like, none. And there's like, that's the bad part about the game, I think. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with the jump shots, and I don't agree with passing up a good 18-footer. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with that part of the game. But it's just, I think it's just, like, there's no resistance overall defensively on a consistent basis, you know what I'm saying, for teams to be good.
Nah, I mean, part of the reason that there's no resistance, especially in the paint, is because that shot's only worth 2. Like, we have so devalued the 2-pointer. You know what I mean? Like, like, oh, you a monster in the paint. They be like, who cares? It's worth 2 points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We come back down the other end and jack up a 3.
Yeah. So that and like that, I think that's the bullshit part about the game, now, which is unfortunate, because I want my son to be able to play on all 3 levels. You know what I'm saying? Right. And be able to shoot it from deep, being able to pull up off the dribble and get to the cup. So I don't think you make a nice move in a defensive play, and I boom boom, I got a pump fake in 1 dribble and take a 2. That's not a bad shot. Right. But they in the NBA now, it's a horrible shot.
Exactly. Yeah. Terrible shot. That's what they would call it. Coach would probably take you out the game for taking that type of shot.
Yeah, I remember like last year, I think it was, or beginning of this season, whatever it was, Melo, 1 dribble pull up. Houston, when he first got to Houston, 1 dribble, he had a 3, pump fake, 1 dribble pull up, made the motherfucker, and looked to the bench and apologized.
Yeah, that's why a guy like Melo is a dinosaur now.
I'm like really, how is that a bad shot? And he made it. The defense told him the 1 dribble pull up. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why he can't get a kick.
So, but a guy like that, and it make him look bad now because he shoot it, or the game now tell you the one dribble, like pump fake, one dribble swing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Because the mellow thing is now, like, I got a hard time finishing at the rim because I ain't my athleticism ain't what it was. So this pull-up jumper to me is a great shot. Me going there and get my shot blocked.
Right. Knowing that you're not a numbers guy then, so I already know the answer to that. Well, maybe not. James Harden is embarking on some numbers that only exist in video games for real. But for me, it's just like, I don't even care what the numbers are anymore. I'm just like, hats off to you. Those are some amazing numbers. But when you watch it, it's hard for me to watch James Harden. Like, it's hard to cheer for. I don't like watching it. It's hard to cheer for.
It's hard, man.
I mean, and I feel like he's changing it. Like, all the flopping, the begging the refs for the calls, it's hard to watch.
Bad habits. Like, for me, it's teaching the younger generation bad habits.
And the thing is, he's so good already, though. You know what I mean? Like, you making a guy who's almost impossible to guard, literally impossible to guard.
Impossible to guard, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't touch him, can't breathe on him, you can't. But my thing is,
I've seen dudes, he's going to the layup, and dudes put their hands up like, you got it. And he still jumps into them, gets the foul, and it's like, come on, man. Like, what are you supposed to do?
There's nothing you can do in that situation, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is, there's ways to it's.
I don't think there's no way to do nothing with that, man.
Oh, it is.
You can't put a hand in his chest. You can't.
No, you just
can't put a hand on his arm. You can't put his arm.
Like James is not Steph in his movements. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm gonna get a few fouls. He gonna shoot some free throws, but free throws ain't gonna beat you. Let's just start there. Them threes and ones.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
3s and 4s gonna beat you.
Right.
2s ain't gonna beat you.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, I'm gonna be as physical as I can each possession. He bring it up, I double team him when he cross half court. I just run at him, make him give it up. I make PJ Tucker an all-star.
Yeah, right. And Eric Gordon.
You're going to have to score 60, 70 to beat PJ.
Right.
That's just the way I'm playing. I'm denying you. Listen, we're playing 4-on-4. James Harden won't be a factor. All that trying to get off the swim to go get the ball, all that, I'm denying you to have. You got to go backcourt to get it. And they don't allow that.
I hear you, bro. To me, like I said, his numbers are literally.
But the way they play him, like, so they switch it, and you deny him to a certain point and let him get a catch. You know what I'm saying? That defeats the fucking purpose.
And then once he gets it one-on-one, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap. So I'm running at him. All the boom, 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 run at him. Run at him.
What about
when you got to shoot that bitch from? I'm not letting you play basketball in the scoring areas.
What about
anything you do gonna have to be beyond? You got to shoot that bitch from where Steph always shoot that bitch from every time.
Steph is amazing,
but so Steph more harder to guard to me.
See, like I enjoy watching Steph
because boom, 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 get off of it, run, get it back. Like it's James, like Steph get a lot of his buckets off assists. James
no assists.
No assists. And nobody passing the ball here. Like no, like that shit's terrible to watch. But my thing is like it could be done, but you gotta listen. It ain't easy.
Yeah, he's hard to watch. His numbers are amazing, but I'm not really interested in watching the Rockets.
Then you put him and CP out there together. And they're the same player.
Yeah, CP3 need the ball. Oh, hold on. You're not a big CP3 guy, right?
Not at all.
And what's that about?
Huh?
What's that about? Because I'm actually...
From when we played on the team together.
I've heard that you said you feel like he's hunting for assists.
That, and you think you fucking know everything. You talk too much. Coach's pet. Like all that. Like I just... think he important. Think he more important than if somebody else. Like it's a laundry list of shit.
Okay. You ever had a conversation with him about any of that?
There's no need.
And
then they just took it a step further this past summer, dealing with the kids and all that shit. So it's deep.
I believe it.
That much time.
I believe it.
We ain't got that much time, you know what I'm saying? But I think he a cow, and I told him before, I think you're like I told him this summer, I think you're a pussy, and I slap the shit out you in front of all these people. So that's just to tell you how I feel about him.
That's what you told him to his face?
Yes, in front of everybody at Peach Jam.
And what did he say? Nothing. Just kept it professional. All right, Kenny, good seeing you.
No, not even that. Don't say nothing to me, nigga. Like, you and your brother can get
it. Okay, got you. So where we are now, 2 years ago, I should say, Big 3, and just that's where you are now, or where you have been the last 2 summers, and say I don't know what you're doing for the next year. But like that whole thing came together, and that was kind of incredible the first season. You know what I mean? Like, to be there part of the inaugural season, you guys went 10-0, never really had much of a hiccup during the whole season. You put together that whole team. You know, you're a part of, no matter what happens for the rest of that league, you'll be part of history.
Yeah, it was. It came out of the blue. Like up to that point, I never thought I'd play basketball again. Mm-hmm. I was done. Like, I had checked out mentally. So for that to come about and have an opportunity to go play again and get the fans another, just something, to look forward to and my style of playing, man, and then other guys as well, man. It was dope. It was cool. It was fun. It was entertaining. I think a lot of people gain respect for a lot of us even more from getting off the couch and going out and competing at a high level. Some guys have been sitting out longer than I had.
Oh, yeah.
So for them to come out and do that, it was great. Then to come out and play well, I think we had, like I know talent, and I know what can win. I know relationships. I know all that matters. So if you let me put a team together, then that's a no-brainer.
Running that team and being the captain of that team and dealing with different personalities on that team, some that you like, some that you don't. Did that give you perspective back into your career to make you say, like, this is a little bit harder than I thought it was being a GM, a captain?
No, it's just dealing with people.
Okay.
Like, it's just what I'm willing to put up with and I'm not willing to put up with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I let you be you, I let you be all that, but if you hurting what we trying to do as a team, then I got a problem with you. I despise selfish people and I despise selfish basketball players. So if that's never the issue with us, then we'll be good.
Do you? You just can't affect the team.
Just can't affect the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, go out, be heroic, be great, be all that. But once you start affecting what we're trying to do, then it's time for me to say something and be who I am. And so that's just the way I was throughout my career. I'm saying, like, I didn't have a problem with you unless it was something I deemed was, detrimental to the team at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't take no shit. And I wasn't changed because I was in the Big 3.
It was crazy to me that at your age you're still able to get up like that though. I seen you up there touching damn near the top of the box.
Yeah, it's a God-given ability, man. Being blessed, worked through some injuries, fought my ass off to come back, and like I know what it is to work.
Right.
Like I'm not afraid to work. So I've the work I put in college to get drafted, and the work I put in to that to make it to the All-Star, to make it past injuries and all that. I know what it is to go in there and put the time in and work. So I was never afraid of that part of it.
And what's next for Kenyon Martin? The next chapter. What's the next chapter for Kenyon Martin?
Man, just trying first and foremost, man, my kids. Like they are monumental in like my everyday decisions. What everything I do is revolving around them right now. So, am I going to play again in the Big 3? More than likely not. I'll still be a part of it. I think I'm going to coach Trilogy. Still have my say-so in what's going on with Trilogy. Man, just trying to figure out what's next, man. Got a few opportunities maybe to do something different in the NBA maybe. some front office stuff. We'll see. But no, I need to be around the game. I think I really think I need to be around the game and continuously help my son get to where my oldest, to where he trying to get to.
That's what I was gonna say. I know you got your own little personal project right there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's coming into his own, man, but he still got a long way to go. Still got a lot of work to do, a lot of work to put in. He's come a long way. He's only played 3 years of high school basketball, which people don't know. People don't understand that. Like, to see him play now and knowing that, like, a lot of these kids got 2 years on him.
Right.
Like, it's scary
mm-hmm.
how good this kid can be. And he doesn't know it yet.
Yeah, I believe it, man. You've been a real one from day one, Kenyon, and you did it. You can. A lot of people say they did it their way. I mean, you really did it your way, and you never changed.
Yeah, and throughout the process, it probably rubbed some people the wrong way, but it never was coming from a place of malice or anything, man. Like you said, I was just me. I was rough around the edges, man. I had no pops growing up. I didn't have no, like, some situations could I have treated different, maybe, but I learned from them, and I didn't, like I said, I didn't compromise my core.
No.
Which a lot of these dudes do, and a lot of these teams want you to do. I'm saying, like, I'm not gonna be a yes man. Like, I'm gonna let you do you, but I'm not gonna be a yes man. I'm not gonna kiss your ass. I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass. I'm like none of that, and I never did throughout my career. And that, like I said, people took it as asshole, I'm a thug, I'm this, I'm that, I have tattoos, my mouth bad. Like, but what's in my heart, a lot of people don't know. And a lot of people that was around me, played with me, they know, understood me. And the people that didn't, they didn't deserve to. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I never compromised me.
Never been arrested, never been in trouble with the law, never been in a big scandal, none of that.
Yeah, none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just more intelligent than people would give me credit for, just seeing an athlete.
Absolutely. And
being a graduate, not knowing if I was going to graduate from high school, doing that. Because I wasn't the most studious person. Passing the ACT test, didn't know I was going to do that because it wasn't mandatory. Like, didn't test well on tests and things like that. And NBA wasn't a given. And, like, so it just...
No, and
it's constant, man.
Yeah, and that's awesome, bro. And we didn't even touch on earlier in your career having a stuttering problem, overcoming that, and now you're on TV and doing a great job. That's
still stutter to this day, MB. Like, Mark, I still stutter to this day. Like, it just doesn't consume me. Like, I don't think about it. Like, when I was a kid, it consumed me, and it made me develop tough skin, thick skin. Yeah. So it made me fight a lot.
Right, but I mean, for a kid with a stuttering problem to be doing TV, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. It's like, and I get people now in groups, stuttering groups, and people that know my story, and parents of kids that stutter, and like reaching out to me, like, man, you're an inspiration, man. Like, I got a speech impediment, I got a stutter, man, and see you on TV now, to see you speaking, to see you this, see you that, like, man, that's like that. I get joy out of that.
Right.
I get joy out of that. Like, I get joy out of people don't come up to me and be like, man, you scored all these points. Man, people tell me, I appreciate the way you played the game.
Mm-hmm.
That means more than anything. People, what I do off the court that I don't look at, do it for photo ops or to be pat on the back, or I'm saying I done gave hundreds of thousands of dollars, donated endless amounts of time, and people don't know that because I don't do it for that.
Right.
I'm saying, but it just constantly, man, try to be a good person, man. Try to be a productive member of society. Make sure my kids productive member of society. Make sure my kids are good people. They know how to treat people. Just try to be great, man. Like, and plug away, man. That's all it is, man. That's all I have been doing. That's all I'm going to continue to do, man. Just keep plugging away, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kenyon Martin. I appreciate your time, brother. It's been awesome. Great talking to you. I appreciate you, and I'll catch up with you sooner than later. All right, bro?
Yes, sir, boss.
Later, my guy.
Love.